GYPSY Rose's reality show is revealing so much about her relationship with Ryan Anderson, and also her stepmom's relationship with her ex Ken, and people are weirded out by it. The whole show is exposing everyone for lies and deception, and honestly, nobody is being painted in a good light. They are being super truthful on this show, literally airing it all out more than they probably should be, because it doesn't make them look good how everything is played out. As we've seen, Ryan has been trying to defend his own name online, GYPSY has also tried to defend hers, and the show has all of the receipts, so there's no hiding from this footage. As we know, GYPSY and Ryan are divorcing, and GYPSY is now with her ex Ken. GYPSY has said that Ken was not any reason for the split between her and Ryan, despite how quick it seemed the two started hanging out again after her breakup from Ryan, but she claimed that they were just good friends. But now the show is giving more information on how they reconnected. In the show, her stepmom Christy explained that she has a relationship with Ken, like they are friends. She said that she still talks to him and that he sent her photos of when him and GYPSY were together, and she said that when the two of them had broken up all those years ago, she was upset at him because he promised to be there for GYPSY, and she was like, why would you break up with her? But she says that she believes that he just couldn't take the heat of GYPSY becoming famous and people knowing about her case and what happened. And she tried to explain why she still talks to Ken, saying that she doesn't care what people have to say when it comes to her kids breaking up with someone. It doesn't mean that she's breaking up with them. She ended up saying that, she likes Ryan, but if GYPSY and Ken had still been together when she got out of prison, she knows in her heart that GYPSY would have been safe and she wouldn't be worrying about GYPSY. And it was kind of like she was throwing some shade at Ryan, thinking that she worries about her when she is with Ryan and she wouldn't feel that way if she was with Ken. It was just very clear that her stepmom did not like Ryan as much as she liked Ken, that's for sure. She went on to say that when Ken recently talked to her and explained his reasoning for breaking up with GYPSY back then, it was because people were telling him, if you love her, you gotta let her go and you gotta let her find herself on her own. But he told her stepmom Christy that if he knew that she was going to later end up getting engaged to somebody else, he never would have let her go. And so later in the episode, they show the moment that her stepmom Christy told GYPSY that Ken had reached out to check in on GYPSY, and GYPSY was shocked. Christy went on to tell GYPSY what Ken had said about how he loved her and he let her go so that she could find herself and that he regrets letting her go. It was crazy, you guys. And if I was Ryan watching this, I would be so heated, like literally so upset for her getting involved in this whole situation, because obviously we see how things ended up. GYPSY later says that she held on for so long after her breakup from Ken. She was just clinging to this idea that he was going to be coming back to her, and he didn't. And then she met Ryan, and obviously she got married to Ryan. But Chrissy tells her, Ken wanted to reach out, but he didn't want to ruin her happiness. And, now that she's married, he doesn't want to reach out for those reasons, and says that he still loves her. And she also says that, Ken is not with anyone right now. Like, it was messy, you guys. GYPSY said that she was going to be telling Ryan that night exactly what Chrissy told her because she didn't want to keep secrets. She wanted to have this open communication with him, but she did admit that if she wasn't with Ryan right now, she would be with Ken after hearing this. And I'm telling you guys, she was being so honest with the producers. There was not a little piece of her that was acting different towards the cameras. She was telling the producers straight up that she is committed to Ryan, but she was worried that if they were to get into an argument, that in the back of her mind, she would be thinking, well, Ken is single. GYPSY later ended up telling Ryan, and he was obviously mad at Christy for keeping this door open with Ken. And like I said, we know how this plays out, given that Ryan and GYPSY are going through a divorce and Ken is now with GYPSY. So he was right to feel the way that he was about Christy getting involved and talking to Ken and all of this. Even GYPSY's dad was telling Christy not to get involved or keep contact with Ken, but she still wanted to anyways. And this has caused a lot of backlash for her online, as people are just weirded out with how involved she got in all of this and are really questioning why she kept talking to Ken in the first place. Since all of this has been coming to light, Ryan has gotten on social media once again to say that he has a lot to express, and he wants to know if people would like him to come out with a book with his side of things, and express that he was upset with Christy after watching the show and felt like she had tried to ruin a marriage.
I'm sitting back and I just have a question. Guys, I have so much that I need to say about my side of the story and what actually happened. And, a friend of mine told me I should write a book of my experiences. And I don't know, like, do I have a lot to say? Absolutely. But I mean, what are y'all thoughts? Would y'all read a book if I did a book from my side? Let me tell you what would it be. It would be the truth. You know, I know y'all seen the new clip of the show where Christy talks to Gypsy about Ken. Like, guys, that was my first day back to work. And I don't know what mother-in-law would do that to ruin a marriage, but anyway, but there's so many more situations like that, guys. You know, it's just one of those things. But let me know what y'all think. If y'all are interested, let me know.
In a different video, he also defended himself after people had previously called him creepy and weird for being so touchy and overbearing with Gypsy in previous episodes. People said that he was smothering her, and he said he was just excited to see her.
I did see some comments where people thought I was creepy in the first episode. You got to realize, guys, that was my wife getting out of jail. That night, I was excited. You know, you got to realize I was ready to be intimate with my wife for the first time. Waited 3 years for that night. We talked about that night a lot. So if y'all thought that was creepy, imagine you getting out of jail and your husband doesn't want to touch you. You know, doesn't say anything about it. You'd be thinking something's wrong. But that's beside the point. I also saw where they tried to mock me and stuff on live. Somebody sent that to me. I think it's funny, guys. People were asking me, are you mad? You know, imitations and mockery is the highest form of flattery. So they're sitting around mocking me. I mean, shows how awesome I am, right?
Now, on a whole other subject, on the show, Gypsy also opened up about feeling confined to the apartment that she lived in with Ryan, and that she organizes to keep herself busy, and that Ryan knows how she feels about a mess and clutter because her mom used to be a hoarder, and so anything that is like messy, she needs to clean it because she is just not trying to get flashbacks from her past. But on the show, she had talked about how their fridge in the kitchen was just filled with clutter. And if you remember, when it was first announced that Gypsy and Ryan were getting a divorce, one of the things that was said publicly by sources was that Gypsy was getting upset with Ryan because he was a food hoarder, saying that there was just so much food in the fridge at all times and it drove her nuts, and that they had a fight because she cleaned it out one day. And Ryan ended up coming out to deny these claims, posting a TikTok showing his fridge, saying that it was very clean.
I don't even know what a food hoarder is, guys. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't have food hiding under beds or anything like that. I do have a gastric sleeve, so that means the doctor removed 30% of my stomach. So when I go out to eat, I can't eat a lot, so I do get to-go plates. So that might have drove Gypsy crazy, but just is what it is, guys. I don't like wasting things, and I just can't eat a lot. But anyway, here we go. Oh my God, the humanity! There's stuff everywhere. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Freezer, look, I got some frozen stuff, some ice cream. Look, breakfast, I got biscuits, breakfast Hot Pockets. Guys, nothing crazy. I mean, come on, what's a food hoarder? I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I just want to say, guys, there you go. There's a view of my fridge. I hope it wasn't too crazy and stuff everywhere. I'm sorry for the mess.
But obviously at the time they were filming a reality show, cameras were going to catch what the fridge looked like at the time that they were together, and it was way more filled than when Ryan posted his TikTok. She had collected like 2 big trash bags full of stuff from the house, from empty condiment bottles to old food, and she said that she also threw out some dirty pillows, and he was just not very happy that his things were being thrown out. Which I understand that this was his apartment that he lived in before Gypsy got released, so this is his space, and for her to be cleaning it, even though they are married and this is their shared space now, I could see why he would be frustrated that she cleaned this without maybe telling him, or they could have gone through the stuff together. But there is something so off about him posting that TikTok trying to make Gypsy seem like a liar, talking about, look at my fridge, you guys, it is not full, this is not food hoarding, when obviously there is footage of there clearly being a very messy and full fridge with stuff all over the counters and empty bottles of sauce in the fridge, and just like there was no room for any new food in there. Now, in recent live streams with Ken, Gypsy has responded to Ryan, even throwing some shade at him over the fridge situation.
How is my fridge?
How is the fridge?
All right, let's go on a fridge tour.
We're gonna go on a fridge
Let's
tour.
go on a fridge.
All right, we're in the, okay, still learning this place. All right, so this is what we got for the fridge. All right, yes, it's very neatly organized. So I've got some healthy choice. I don't know. very nice and organized. My favorite ice cream is Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip. All right, we're gonna come over here. I got these over here.
There's no fridge light.
GYPSY did later on end up saying that despite what reports said, the fridge situation was not as big of a deal as everyone else was making it out to be.
Like, despite what everybody thinks, I didn't get mad at Ryan. We didn't have an argument about this stupid fridge.
But fridge situation aside, there's still some things going on between GYPSY and Ryan, even though she's with Ken. Ryan got on live himself the other night and things took a messy turn, leaving him to reveal that he doesn't want to go solo, but that he has things to share, and claimed GYPSY has been telling him she misses him.
Hey guys, just sitting around and got a couple random thoughts. I did my first live today and it was cool. I enjoyed that. But that being said, guys, it's very difficult for me to stay respectful. Okay? I'm getting to the point where I'm about to not be respectful. Okay? Yes, I did text GYPSY during her live with Ken tonight. But Ken, don't let her fool you. She called me last Saturday talking about she missed me, and of course I miss you. And she said a lot of other things too. But I'm not going to go there because I want to be respectful. You know, and it's funny, she doesn't text me back to be respectful to her boyfriend, Ken, but she had no respect for her husband, Ryan. And it's funny, Ken sitting there, you do you. You believe that? You really believe that she's being respectful? Okay. I got receipts too, babe. So we can go there, and plus, yeah, we'll let the lawyers handle it from now on. We'll let the lawyers handle it. And believe me, they will handle it. Take it easy.
Someone commented saying, "Don't lower yourself, stay on the high ground." And he said, "I will, just venting." Rumors have been swirling surrounding Ken and his intentions with GYPSY, and she clapped right back at one creator on TikTok who was talking about him.
Oh, honey, I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a Chad. And last time I checked, you don't have a man. So, looks like you're the one that's panini pressed. Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.
The whole situation just continues to be messy. Like, what do you mean GYPSY is happy with Ken and Ryan is saying that she's messaging him? Oh my god, you guys, like, it just does not end. But that has been the update as of right now. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this, from her stepmom being so involved in her relationships, to the fact that the fridge really was a mess, to now this information. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.